No one's going to prison. They'll just stop your money and fine you for claiming when Lisa were working.
Well, I'm not working now, am I? And how are we going to pay a fine?
Well, knowing our luck, probably the same amount as we've just fiddled.
Oh, typical. 1 step forward, 10 steps back.
Somebody's going to pay for this. Somebody grassed us up.
Well, don't jump to it being Mr. Pollard.
Yeah, you're right. It's probably Emily. She's always had a sadistic streak.
But look at all that drink he bought to me party.
Oh, Sam, we were nearly blinded by that vodka.
What are you after?
Sean let me in. Hope you don't mind.
Oh, I do. I've had just about enough of you.
Well, just about isn't totally, so, I'm still in with a chance, am I?
What's all this in aid of?
Oh, breakfast. There's some tea in the pot. Look, I need to know if we're still friends, Terry.
Oh, I used to think we were a little bit more than that.
Well, the other stuff's neither here nor there. I mean, let's face it, I could have sex with anyone.
Like a big head.
Oh, no, that's not what I meant. You know exactly what I mean, so stop letting me make an idiot of myself in front of everyone.
Oh, you're happy enough to make me look an idiot in front of folk.
Oh, don't. I could have cut my tongue out. Look, I'm sorry, all right. I just get a bit beyond myself at times. I just love showing off. I can't change that. But I can avoid doing it when you're around.
Don't put yourself out too much.
Well, at least I'm honest. I mean, can you honestly say you'll never bore the pants off me about rugby again?
Yeah,
Liar.
fair enough.
Look, let's not make promises we can't keep, huh? I like you too much for that. So, business as usual?
Yeah, but I'm warning you, you make a fool out of me again.
Fantastic. Right, well, I'll see you back at the ranch then.
Oi!
Well, I didn't say it was your breakfast. Well, my kitchen's still a pigsty after last night. I've got 6 meatheads to feed before 9. Bye.
I'm going to kill him.
None have been, Pollard. We've upset quite a few people.
Yeah, well, I can kill him anyway.
No, send out. Just give him the dead eye.
Good morning. You just can't be nice to some people, can you?
Oh. Somebody snitched on us to the social.
Well, now look at me.
I don't want to look at you, Mr. Pollard. But from where I'm standing, there's nobody else to look at.
Oh, dear.
You're not interested in buying a B&B, are you?
Would it be too forward if I offered to put the kettle on?
You can have it if you can find it.
I was hoping we could have a little chat. How do you feel about having a more long-term resident?
You?
I think Bernice needs a home back to herself, and although I prefer to live with people around me.
Well, it won't be cheap. I am hoping to establish the Ritz of the North here, you know, Rodney.
Well, tax deductible.
Sounds very grand.
And how about if I offer to make my own bed as a gesture of goodwill while you, sort your staffing out?
I'd say pack your little bag and get round here pronto, mate.
Is everything all right, Sam?
No. I think I've been betrayed, Mrs. Weaver.
Oh. Never mind, I could find you some sweeping if you're keen. Oops, I must be psychic.
I hope that's not going to come out of my wages.
Gloria, could you come into the office, please?
If you wouldn't mind, Sam. Eric.
Ah, we're going to have to finish this little lot pretty quick. Got a large new consignment coming in this afternoon.
How exciting. But I can't see us being able to start anything else today.
Yes, I know. Look at them. Like arthritic cretins, a lot of them.
You can hardly call Sam arthritic. Why don't you make a small announcement? Something rallying that'll spur everyone into action.
A cattle prod would be more effective. What am I going to do?
Can I speak to you, Mr. Pollard?
I am trying to run a business.
Don't worry, it'll keep.
What's the matter with Sam?
It's a puzzle to me. When we got upstairs, she says, "Say prawns to me, Bob." I thought, well, it's different, but if it leads to a happy trip on the Big Dipper, why not? So I says, "Prawns, Viv." She didn't stop laughing for 20 minutes.
Didn't it put you off?
Do you think I'd be here now if I'd already exercised? Can you fathom it? Hey, maybe she's getting a fetish for fish.
Hey, stop right there. That's where you keep your private life private.
I'd hate to think I've driven you out. You're not leaving, are you?
I'm only moving into the B&B. Carol and I have come to an arrangement. You're perfect base. I could always stay with you until Ashley gets back, if you like.
No, honestly, you get settled in next door. I'll be fine.
Am I getting this pint to what?
Do you want a full measure or not?
So, are you looking after the pub well for Diane?
Your daughter is a treasure to work with.
Which one?
I've got to say her, because she's my boss.
I could have brewed it myself, time it's taking you.
Hey, you, watch your manners. Our Bernice needs understanding, not hassling.
Nicola?
It's all right, Carlos. Here you go, Zach. Still think he shouldn't have spoken to you like that.
Well, he doesn't normally, which is why I'm giving him the benefit of the doubt.
Nobody else does.
Look, Mr. Dingle, it's not our fault that Dole are onto you.
I told you that in confidence.
Nicola, it's best to keep things to yourself if you can, especially where loyal customers are concerned.
But he can't be loyal when he's got no money to spend because he's been caught fiddling.
You're doing it again, big gob.
Hey, you know me, Zach. We come from the same place. But one thing I've learnt is if you can't do the time...
Well, are you telling me you play it all by the book now?
Well, let's put it this way. I make sure I don't get caught.
I didn't get caught. I was shocked.
My dad's made a real go of his life.
Nicola, I think it's time for your break.
Yes, Nicola. And don't come back till you've learnt something about how the real world works.
Hey, I've travelled, me.
No doubt he paid for it all. Same as he'd get you another job when this one finished. Just like your big sister got you this job in the first place. Hey, do you remember those rocks I shifted from the pub garden last summer?
Yes, I do.
You paid me 20 quid for it.
And it was money well spent.
And you knew that I was signing on.
What's your point?
Well, when it comes to us Dingles being cheap labour, you're all happy enough to turn a blind eye to details like the law. Cheap labour and someone to look down on. That's all we are in this village.
I think you've said enough, Uncle Zach.
Yeah, you have.
Nick.
Listen, you, try living on a gyro for a couple of weeks, then you might have a bit more understanding.
And I don't need you to speak up for me either. You've proved you're no family of mine, you devious little snake. It were probably you that shocked us.
Right, you can have this later on when you've calmed down, Zach. I'm sorry that you've fallen on hard times, but here is not the place. Now, you might be in charge of your clan, but I'm kingpin here and I'm asking you to leave.
Know what you've done?
She's not barring you, she's asking you to go home and cool down.
There's no beer at home. I don't want to go home. Home's problems and debt.
Well, it don't have to be. And if I'm a snake, it's because I come from a family of them. You'd have no worries with the social if a certain member of your precious family tipped up the pile of cash he's been sitting on for months. Tell Kane, if he hadn't got the imagination to spend it on himself or the decency to look after the family with it, then I'd love it back. Because I earned that money, it's mine. He stole it.
What money?
Nearly £2,000. Ask him, if you're at all interested in the truth. I might be a disappointment to you, Uncle Zach, but I'll tell you something else. Kane, he'll break your flaming heart.
Whatever happened to pensioner power, eh?
We don't extend to Umpinary.
I don't extend at all. I think I've seized up sitting at this workbench all day.
Would it upset you too much to help unpack these boxes?
What's the point of that? We've not finished this lot yet.
Perhaps seeing your next assignment will act as a spur to finish this one.
Whatever you say, Gloria.
Thank you. Thank you very much indeed.
When we've had us dinner, you can't expect a workforce to run on empty.
Where's Sam when you need him?
I think the cattle prod might be your best option after all.
Oh, as usual, there's more bill piles than there is money. So that's blooming well that, isn't it?
I think it were Mr. Pollard who shopped us.
I know you like him, Sam. God knows why, but you do.
I'm going to finish it with him. Do you think I should tell him to get stuffed? I feel like a traitor working for him.
But you don't work for him, Sam. You skivvy for him and he pays you now. That's what I object to.
Where is he?
He's at the factory. You're right, Dad. I'm going to tell Eric to sling his hook.
Oh, stuff, Pollard. Where's Ken?
Your opinion isn't what people are after when they come in for a drink. £2, please. Thank you. You tell them whatever they want to hear. And if they push it, then you just pretend that you feel faint or you... Yes, Charity, what can I get you?
Well, so I am welcome then.
Why wouldn't you be? Nicola's getting this one for you.
Am I? Oh, of course I am.
Lovely. I'll have a large vodka and orange then, please.
And I'm sorry about the things I said earlier. I hope I didn't cause too much trouble with your family.
Apology accepted, Nicola. You can't help being prejudiced. Any chance of bringing that over?
She could have said sorry back.
Customers don't have to say they're sorry.
I'm really glad you were there to handle things this dinner. Between me and my dad, we could have caused a punch-up.
I'm in the middle of the wool pack. Always best to be brazen about these things. Are you missing me? Thanks, Nicola. That's very kind of you. Now, if you don't mind, I'm on the phone to my lover.
Oh, say hello to Mr. Tate from me. Did you hear that?
Wait a minute. Calm down. Even if he knew I was playing away, you'd still be the last person he'd suspect. Chris is a bit like Queen Victoria. Lesbians don't exist. You see, that's me. I know a little about a lot.
Do you know where Chris is, then?
Terry, I nearly died.
Is that him?
No, it isn't. Get yourself a drink if you're stopping. Listen, don't worry. It's only Terry. He knows nothing.
He's on his way up the path.
You better sleep.
Yeah, and I'd like it to stay that way.
Any chance of a bath?
Aye, of course there is, son. Oh, I best inform the Coast Guard there'll be a large load of slurry heading their way.
Charity reckons you've been hiding money in this house. Money you stole from her.
Do you mind, Lisa?
Yes, I do. I've had to bite my tongue time and time again as far as he's concerned. So, is it true?
I might have known you'd believe that tart over me.
Lisa's not seen her. It were me, Charity told.
Yeah, well, she's lying. How can you believe a thing that comes out of her mouth? Surprised you fell for it. You must be losing your touch.
Our Charity might be all sorts, but she's not a liar.
She did lie about Chris Tate.
But did she lie? Or just not tell the truth? What do you think, Kane?
I wouldn't waste my breath on her.
Ken.
What?
Was she lying?
She was, yeah.
And you sure?
How many more times?
So that's it then?
Short of searching his room.
I don't know where everyone's been coming from today, Carlos. I think you and Nicola have been doing a great job.
Aye, she's not quite got her head around the customer's always right stuff, but hey, thanks for going easy on her earlier.
Well, she's my sister and I love her. Of course I'm going to go easy on her.
Phone beneath.
Is it Ashley?
Sorry, someone about the phone run.
When are people going to realise there's nothing fun about running?
Poor Bernice, she's really missing him.
Aye, must be hard.
Never mind you giving him the evil eye.
Don't know what you're talking about.
It's that one, Dad.
I'll ask you one last time. Am I going to find money under this floorboard?
No.
I like our Charity. It's not right that she should always be the bad one.
Thank you, Sam. You can go now.
He should have been a man and admitted it.
Well, what would you know? You're all loyal to that tart and Eric Pollard.
You've done your bit, Sam. We'll see you later.
Do as he says now, Sam.
I hope you say sorry.
Yeah, you said there was no trouble with that one. But what about the one under your foot? Shift.
Never mentioned that one.
Why couldn't you just say?
You got it all sorted out, haven't you? Eh? Well, ask yourself this. Who's been here through thick and thin? And who's up there living with Chris Tate?
Think very carefully before you say hotels.
That's my money.
We'll be downstairs. When you're ready to explain yourself.
Sorry, don't mind me. I'll get back to the vicarage.
Oh, don't go.
Well, if my dad's packed and gone, he'll have left the place the right tip.
Well, I think you should come and stay here until Ashley gets back.
Look, Nicola, it's really nice of you.
You shouldn't be in that vicarage all by yourself.
Nicola, I'm fine.
Well, I'm not.
You're learning, and I'm still here working.
Please, Bernice. Carlos's leg's still playing up.
No, it's not that bad.
You've been grumbling about it to me. Are you saying you mind?
No, of course not.
Well, there you are then. Oh, go on, we'll have a right laugh. Ashley'd want you to, and I'll be offended if you say no.
Who's it a hard day, then?
Don't. No jokes, no comments, or I'll cry. I know I'm a wreck. 10 loads of washing I've done today. 10.
Come here.
Rodney's moving in full-time tomorrow. I've got to get me drinks licence. I mean, what if he wants to stop up boozing all night?
Well, you make heaps of cash.
Yeah, well, what's the point of that if I'm dead of exhaustion?
Carol, have you ever had a proper job in your life?
This wasn't supposed to be a job, Terry. It was supposed to be a business.
Well, did you do a good deal with Rodney?
Of course I did. That bit's easy. It's just anything to do with beds or breakfast that I can't handle. God, I love you, Terry.
Hey, you're only saying that because you're having a weak moment.
The only thing that's kept me going today is knowing I'd see you later.
Well, it's nice to feel wanted.
Do you know how close you've come to getting a battering today? I know it were you. Do you hate me, Mr. Pollard?
Don't be ridiculous.
You hate the rest of me family.
It's about time you grew up.
What do you mean?
We all know the rules, Sam. Your dad plays by them the same way as I do. If he gets in my way, I'll slap him down any way I know how. I don't think he isn't cooking up some scheme to get back at me right now.
Why can't we just all get on with each other?
Because life would be very boring. It's a game, Sam, don't you realise?
You won't be saying that if you'd got your head punched in.
But I didn't.
Yeah, because I grassed Arcane up and took the attention off you. He can take a battering, you can't. You're all chewed up inside, Mr. Pollard. Feel sorry for you.
And what do you want?
A job. I want a proper job. And I want you to pay me proper money. On the fiddle. My dad will lose his door now. You made that happen.
And what if I refuse?
Then I'll join the game on my dad's side and you'll go to hospital.
You can't prove that I told the DSS.
Can you prove that you didn't?
That is my money.
Fine. Take it.
You see what she's done? Eh? We're all at each other's throats now. That's exactly what she wanted. She knew I had something put by and she stirred it up.
How many times have we sat round this table desperate?
Well, I offered to give you the money.
When?
I did. When the barn got condemned.
You've had it all this time?
Yeah, I would have handed it over, but you said no.
You said you could get 2,000 quid.
It might have helped if he'd have mentioned that you could have got it from your bedroom.
We thought you were going to rob post office.
Oh, so it's my fault you were stupid.
You didn't try very hard to put us straight.
Why did you lie earlier?
I asked you 5 times, was Charity telling the truth?
But she wasn't.
He lied because he thought Sam would be too scared to mention it. You could have tipped up time and again. We wouldn't have asked for all of it, you selfish little toe rag.
You could have let her speak to me like that.
Who has to bear the brunt when we're skint? Who has to scratch about for cheap cuts?
Yeah, well, I never asked you to. I mean, you got pigs out there, you stupid...
Do you want one on the other side of your face to match it? Hey? Because of you and your lies, I've been made to look stupid in front of the entire village.
Look, that is my money. She's found out and she's used it.
And even now, you still won't admit that you might be wrong, will you?
If it is her money, he's terrorised it out of her. You're a bully, Kane, as well as a liar.
Look, I saved that. All right. Well, maybe I should have been a bit more upfront.
Too little. Too late.
There's only times we've nearly starved, but don't let that bother you.
All right. All right, then have it. I only hope it chokes you.